basically was through the construction up on 173, we have, the sign for Target has to be moved, so we basically passed an ordinance to allow them to have a variance to basically move the sign out of the right-of-way of the new 173. And that will come up at the 21st meeting of this month.
Thank you, Trustee Johnson. Next, we go to Trustee O for A&M.
Thank you, Your Honor. At A&F tonight, we basically passed and moved forward 3 resolutions. The first, a renewal of our health insurance program for the village. The second, the authorization for the DCEO grant agreement that will be moving forward tonight. And third, the standard resolution for traffic control for the Rockford Marathon. Those were the 3 items that were passed and will move forward.
Thank you, Trustee O. Is there any questions or comments? Okay, there is nothing under old business tonight, so I will go directly to new business. Go to resolution 0-R-12, electric aggregation consultant. Trustee O.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I would like to introduce Resolution 05R12 and move for its adoption. This is a resolution that authorizes the hiring of an electrical aggregation consultant. Whereas the Village of McChesney Park is interested in reducing energy costs for its residents and small commercial retail customers, and whereas the Village of McChesney Park and the Board of Trustees have authorized the question to allow the Village of McChesney Park to arrange for its supply of electricity to be placed on the March 20th, 2012 ballot, and whereas the Village of McChesney Park has received proposals for consulting services to advise and administer its electric aggregation program and recommends Illinois Community Choice Aggregation Network, and whereas the Administration and Finance Committee has recommended the acquirement of the services of the Illinois Community Choice Aggregation Network to advise and administer the program, be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of McChesney Park, by the adoption of this resolution, the Village Board authorizes the Mayor to enter into an agreement for consulting services with Illinois Community Choice Aggregation Network in a form substantially similar to the contract attached hereto. Further, the Village Clerk of McChesney Park shall attest the same after the signature of the President.
Second.
Motion made, motion seconded. Is there any discussion? I see none. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Trustee Tamman.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Gentry's absent. Yo.
Aye.
Beck.
Aye.
Bolin.
Aye.
5 ayes, no nays, 1 absent.
Resolution 05-R-12 has been adopted. Resolution 06-R-12, no parking signs between signs on Delta Drive. Trustee Bone. Sorry
Thank
about
you, Your
that,
Honor.
Jerry.
Thank you, Your Honor. I present Resolution 06-R-12, whereas a request for no parking between signs has been made for an area on the north side of Delta Drive, approximately 1 block west of Forest Hills Road, and whereas the signs referenced are currently erected at 314 feet, first sign, and 443 feet, second sign, along the north side of Delta Drive, and whereas the Public Improvement and Safety Committee has reviewed the request and approves the installation of no parking between sign on Delta Drive, 1 block west of Forest Hills Road. Now therefore be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of McChesney Park, by the adoption of this resolution, the Village Board approves the installation of no parking between signs on Delta Drive, 1 block west of Forest Hills Road. Further, the Village Clerk of McChesney Park shall attest the same after signature of the Village President.
Second.
Motion made, motion seconded. Is there any discussion? I hear none. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Gentry's absent. Trustee Yo.
Aye.
Beck.
Aye.
Bolin.
Aye.
Tamman.
Aye.
Mayor Strickland.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, 1 absent.
Ordinance 06-R-12 has been adopted. Resolution. Resolution 09-R-12 authorization to sign DCEO grant agreement. Trustee O.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I would like to introduce Resolution 09R12 and move for its adoption. Whereas the Village of McChesney Park has been awarded a $100,000 grant through the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, DCEO, and whereas the grant is for a portion of the costs for the new signalization project located on Highway 251 at the new access point between Copper Drive and McChesney Park, and whereas the funds will be used for the purchase of traffic signal mast arms, bases, signal heads, foundations, wiring, and controlling systems to improve access through the businesses as well as to improve safety for the traffic and pedestrian crossings. And whereas the village and DCEO are required to enter into grant agreement to ensure all grant conditions and provisions are adhered to as outlined in grant number 11-203492. And whereas the Administration and Finance Committee has recommended approval of such grant agreement, now therefore be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of McChesney Park, by the adoption of this resolution, the Village Board authorizes the Village President, Village Clerk, Village Treasurer, and/or Village Administrator to execute the grant agreement and any other documents necessary for carrying out the provisions of this grant. Further, the Village Clerk of McChesney Park shall attest the same after the signature of the Village President.
Second?
Motion made, motion seconded. Is there any discussion? Will the clerk please take the roll? Oh, excuse me, Jerry. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Your Honor. This grant is very much appreciated, and it shows unity and strength between our governments to move forward with progressive improvements. McChesney Park is a great place to live, shop, work, and has unlimited opportunity for growth. And I thank Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity for this grant of $100,000. And McChesney Park is the place to go and be. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Bowen. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Anybody else? Will the clerk please take the roll?
Trustee Gentry's absent. Trustee Yo,
Aye.
Beck,
Aye.
Bolin,
Aye.
Tammon, Johnson,
Aye.
Mayor Strickland.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, 1 absent.
Resolution 0-9-R-12 has been adopted. Resolution 11-R-12, appoint Public Works Superintendent. Trustee Yo.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I would like to introduce Resolution 11R12 and move for its adoption. Whereas the position of Superintendent of Public Works is vacant and the village desires to fill the position, and whereas the position has been posted on the village website and posted on various websites of professional organizations, and whereas the village administrator has forwarded his recommended appointment of the candidate identified below, now therefore be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees, Village of McChesney Park, that by the adoption of this resolution, the trustees consent to the appointment of the Superintendent of Public Works effective upon a mutually acceptable start date. Further, the position shall be subject to all benefits as outlined in Chapter 21 of the Municipal Code of the Village of McChesney Park. Further, the Village Clerk of McChesney Park shall attest the same after the signature of the Village President.
Second?
Motion made, motion seconded. Is there any discussion? Trustee Yo.
Thank you, Your Honor. The name of the person in both the resolutions that I'm going to forward is being kept confidential until we have approved it and the person has been notified due to the sensitivity of the job situation. All of us have been provided with the information and copies of the resumes, and just making sure that everybody understands that.
I should have read more carefully. We should probably strike the word identified below, since the person is not
Okay.
identified below.
Okay.
And so if we could entertain, if the mayor, if you could entertain a motion to amend this to strike the word below.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to strike the word below.
So made.
Second?
Motion made, motion seconded. Is there any discussion? Will the clerk please take the roll?
Trustee Yo,
Aye.
Beck,
Aye.
Bolin,
Aye.
Tammon, Johnson, Gentry is absent. 5 ayes, no nays, 1 absent.
Resolution 11-R-12 to appoint a public works superintendent to strike below out of the
Last whereas.
paragraphs. Last whereas has been adopted. Resolution
Now we have to have a motion, vote on the main motion.
11-R-12. I'd like to have a motion to,
We have a motion.
Just need a vote on the main motion.
okay, will the clerk please take the roll to adopt resolution 11-R-12 with below struck out of the description.
Trustee Yo.
Aye.
Beck.
Aye.
Boland.
Aye.
Tammon.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Gentry's absent. Mayor Strickland.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, 1 absent.
Resolution -R-12 has been adopted for the public works street superintendent with the word below struck from the interpretation. Resolution 12-R-12, appoint community development director, trustee Yo.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before I introduce this resolution, I think we need to entertain a motion to probably approve this the same way and strike the same terms. Is that correct, or can I strike it in the presentation?
Generally, make the motion to approve,
Right,
then a sub-motion to amend.
Okay.
So we need to have the main motion
on the
first.
floor. Okay,
Right.
that's what I was thinking that was the case, but okay. At this time, then, I would like to introduce resolution 11-R-12 and move for its adoption.
12.
Or excuse me, yes, 12R12. Okay. Whereas the position of Community Development Director is vacated and the village desires to fill a position, and whereas the position was posted on the village website and posted on various websites of professional organizations, and whereas the village administrator has forwarded his recommended appointment of the candidate identified below, now therefore be it resolved by the President, Board of Trustees of the Village of McChesney Park that by the adoption of this resolution, the Board of Trustees consents to the appointment to the position of Community Development Director effective February 21st, 2012. Further, this position shall be subject to all benefits as outlined in Chapter 21 of the Municipal Code of the Village of McChesney Park. Further, the village clerk of McChesney Park shall attest the same after the signature of the village president.
Second.
Motion made, motion seconded. Is there any discussion? Trustee Yo.
At this time, I would like to amend Resolution 12-R-12 by striking out in the third paragraph identified below,
The word below.
the word below.
Second.
Motion made, motion seconded. Is there any discussion? Will the clerk please take the roll to amend resolution 12-R-12 to strike below out of the description, or the, yeah.
Trustee Beck.
Aye.
Boland.
Aye.
Tammon.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Yo.
Aye.
5 ayes, no nays, 1 absent.
Resolution 12-R-12 has been amended to strike below out of the job description.
The third whereas.
Okay, the third whereas. Now,
We're on the main motion. If there's no more discussion, then we'll call.
okay, is there any comments or discussion? Will the clerk please take the roll?
Trustee Beck.
Aye.
Boland.
Aye.
Tammon.
Aye.
Johnson. Gentry's absent. Trustee Yo.
Aye.
Mayor Strickland.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, 1 absent.
Resolution 12-R-12 has been adopted with the amendment to eliminate below in the one paragraph. Now we go to other. Does anybody have anything under other? Okay, now I next go to public comment. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to speak for the good of the village? If so, please step to the podium and state your name and address. I see none. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So made.